What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Friday live stream. I've changed the format of this quite a lot since I started, and I think I'm going to settle on it just being a live stream that's every Friday, and sometimes people join, sometimes people don't. I feel like I need more live content on my YouTube channel, just because for a long time it didn't have any live streaming content at all, and I also am trying to reach out and interact with you guys more. However, there is a little bit of I don't want to only do dropshipping stuff, and me personally, I'm not as motivated to help people with basic dropshipping stuff as I used to be. Like now, for example, say that somebody called me or joined this call and they wanted to make a Skillshare course. I would do everything necessary to help motivate and encourage them and work with them individually to get them to make a Skillshare course. However, if somebody wanted to do a dropshipping store, I wouldn't care. And that's just reality for me now. I think Skillshare is a much better opportunity, to be honest, because you can earn money from it doing what you like to do. And that's kind of important, because I've come to understand that regarding dropshipping, there's a lot of people interested in dropshipping who, I don't want to be too harsh, but they're not interested in actually changing their life and working. They just want really fast, easy money, and they don't want to have to think about it. And I can't blame people like that, because I understand, but at the same time, that's not the kind of mentality that I relate to, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just rambling about my personal struggles here at the moment. Let's see, last stream, the internet was horrible, but we got green now. Look at that. Only 1.5% dropped frames. Okay, that's better. Before it was poof. It was 40% dropped frames. Last week, for some reason, it was just really bad. Anyway, let me give some updates about Skillshare, because Skillshare has been going, ridiculously good. I'm actually making more money from Skillshare than I am from Udemy now, which is crazy to me, absolutely crazy. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick update on that. I'll also join the live stream on my phone so that I can actually see the chat, because right now I can't see what you guys said. I know some people said some things, but I gotta take a second here. Okay, so now we're in the live stream. Go to the comments. Live chat. Okay, here we go. Yeah, no lag this time, Andrew. I have no idea why it was lagging last time. No idea. Okay, so we have MFW Delivery, Andrew, Muhammad. If you want to join the live stream, then I'm going to go to OBS here real quick. Click on invite, copy URL. You can join by going to the link in the YouTube video, or by going to it's zoom.u on the call with me. So your face will show up here on this live stream, just so you know. All right, now let's get into the updates on Skillshare. I'm going to try and slow down a little bit, not click everywhere. I have a tendency to do this when I'm making videos, and I know it's distracting. So I want to show you guys something. Let's look at, I'm going to go to my teacher stats, and I'm going to show you what I earned the first month, the second month, and what the third month looks like, because it's blowing up because of referrals. It's not even because of the courses that I made. It's because of the YouTube videos that I made, right? So if we scroll to the bottom, we can see the first month, I got $115. Second month, $323. And almost all of it is from referrals. Okay, 320 bucks, 42 from royalties, and 280 from referrals. So it's almost all people who are seeing my YouTube videos and joining Skillshare, and Skillshare is giving me money for that, right? But here's the real thing. Okay, I was kind of expecting growth like this, but if I go to my current settings, I go to my actual referring settings, and we scroll down, see that there are 96 total referrals and 570 pending payments. So this week, this month isn't even over yet. It's 2/3 of the way over, and it's already at 570 bucks, not including the royalties That's insane, guys. And that means that this is on track to earn $1,000 in the 3rd month just because of making videos. And so I feel like ecstatic about that, because I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make some Skillshare courses. It's gonna, I'm not gonna earn that much for a while. It's gonna be kind of tough, and like maybe in a year, then I'm gonna have some traction on Skillshare. I didn't expect to get traction like boom, like immediately. So that's been really, really, really exciting. Yeah, I just figured I'd share that update with you guys. Let's see. Dasa says hello. What's up? I'm trying to think what else is going on. What else is happening? I'm doing the 2-minute tutorial thing, but I haven't launched that yet. So I'm up with the amount of content I produce, because they're like 20, 30-minute videos talking with people, and they're produced every other day. Like, a lot of YouTube channels have content once a week, so having 3 or 4 videos a week is a lot. And I can show you guys a little thing about a YouTuber who I'm learning from. So there's this pretty popular YouTuber. His name's Jerry Banfield, right? And he is an interesting case study because he's super, super, super energetic, like to a fault, has tons of energy, creates ludicrous amounts of content, like absolutely ludicrous amounts of content. If we go to his videos, we can see he published a video 2 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 14 hours ago, 17 hours ago, 20, 23, one day, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 videos in a day? That's insane. Like, Jerry shows me how I don't want to be. Like, I admire some things about Jerry, but his energy is so intense, and it really could benefit if it was more focused, right? And I don't want to become like that, and I think I have the potential to. So watching and paying attention to his channel has kind of helped me be like, okay, I used to create so much content so regularly, but now I really want to come from the angle of making more detailed content and shorter content, if that makes sense. And this is something that Skillshare has really helped me with, just because whenever I am creating classes, I make specific concepts and then I have to make them shorter, right? So this is kind of different than my YouTube videos where I just make a bunch of videos. Whereas, for example, in these courses, right? Like, I went through the course, made each video, and you have to identify like a 2 to 5 minute video for each subject. And so it just, like, I found that it was really fun to make a video and it be a bit too long, and then for me to have to isolate what it was really trying to teach and then focus on how to teach that more effectively. I found that I really enjoyed that process, and it's really starting to open my mind to like Skillshare. And then after doing that month, then I took a break and I wasn't making any courses, and I went on vacation, and that was like 2 or 3 weeks. So now I started a new module, so I can show you guys how I'm organizing my work, like what it looks like to be a Skillshare teacher. So I have a virtual assistant. Well, I have 2 virtual assistants, and one of them I paid to make me a module, and he picked out 24 days worth of courses. So it's done in 2-day groups, right? So here we have one Skillshare course that is about ClickBank, okay?
Introduction button.
And then we have a YouTube video that's about ClickBank. So each day, I take one of these courses or videos, right? And they have a theme to them. So the first 2 days was ClickBank. This 3rd and 4th day is cooking. So I think that as an instructor, it's really important that you are exposing yourself to other courses. Imagine that you were a chef, but you never eat food. How are you supposed to cook? How are you supposed to know what tastes good if you don't eat food? Right? That seems super obvious. Like, if you're a chef, of course you have to cook, right? Same logic applies to being a YouTuber. If you make YouTube videos, you're going to benefit a lot, you are also consuming other people's content. Hey, Zach. What's up, man? I can see you. I can't hear anything, though. That's okay. Aha, I see you said hello from Morocco. Always a pleasure. I love the Moroccans. Muriel says, is Skillshare dedicated only to the English market? What about Spanish? I think Skillshare courses or Skillshare is only in English, but there's courses about learning other languages. I don't actually know. Let's see. Skillshare available languages. So I say that I think it's dedicated to English because I've talked to a lot of instructors where English isn't their first language. And they're using English because the audience is bigger, I guess. Here we go. Okay, basics of teaching on Skillshare. What languages can I teach in? We accept classes in all languages, but our community is primarily English speaking at this time. While we'd love for you to teach in another language, we want to let you know up front that you'll need to share your class with your own community once it's live to ensure student engagement. Okay, gotcha. So there's nothing stopping you from putting a course in a different language on Skillshare, but it might not necessarily grow well organically unless you contribute your own content to Skillshare. I'm glad you asked that because I was some other people have asked that, and I was wondering about it myself, just because I noticed in the discussions like people from Romania, Spanish speakers, but they were all making English courses. So essentially, again, nothing's stopping you from making a course in Spanish on Skillshare, but you have to understand that most of Skillshare's demographic, most of its students are English speakers. So you're not necessarily going to get as much traffic from Skillshare itself for your course as you would if somebody else, or if your course was in English. So you could do it, but it would be harder to grow unless you had an audience to share the video with who could use Skillshare. But keep in mind, one of the main benefits of Skillshare, and talking about Skillshare, is the amount of content aside from your own content, right? Because when I advertise my own courses on Skillshare, I can also be like, yeah, you pay the same fee and you get my courses, but you also get like 15,000 other awesome courses. So that makes it really appealing, right? Whereas in your situation, you could be like, oh, you can share up with this link, you can get my courses for free, but there's not really any other courses in Spanish, right? So maybe there's a few. Let's see if we can try and find some courses on Skillshare itself that are actually in the Spanish language. I'm just gonna search for Espanol. Hey, look at this, look at this. Okay. In Espanol. You'd think you could just filter it, that'd be cool. Okay, so here is a Spanish course. En plein air. I feel like that's French. I don't know. Here we go. Another one. So there's a couple. One of them has, where is it? 500 students would be good if the whole thing is, oh no, it's in English. Let's try and find a course that has more than like 100 students, but is in a foreign language. Here we go. Okay, so this course. Back. Am I back? Yeah, I think I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, you're good, Jack.
Hey, thanks, man. All right. So here's an example of a Spanish. Ah, okay. So his profile's in English. Only has one course in Spanish. Huh. That's interesting. Well, yeah. So there is some information on Skillshare from other speakers, but it definitely looks like it's going to need to grow more in like the international marketplace before it's like easy to be profitable with another language. There's definitely like Skillshare is predominantly English speaking, and that's going to change with time, obviously, as it gets bigger. But all right, then we have a question. Azel Arab says, "Hi, I'm from Morocco. My question is how to get sales on eBay." Um, you want to sell stuff on eBay, you have to sell stuff that other people aren't selling. That's the easiest answer. Although to actually follow through and accomplish that could be kind of tricky, right? Trying to think what else can we talk about? What do you guys think? Anything? I can explore anything. I can give you guys updates on anything. My experience with affiliate marketing. So, yeah, I definitely am an affiliate marketer. I don't like that. I didn't try and become an affiliate marketer, but I'm affiliated with the drop shipping tools. I get income from them. Essentially, if you can get good at making videos and make a lot of videos, then affiliate marketing becomes easier. And you could also think of all the stuff that I do on Skillshare. That's affiliate marketing because I'm advertising Skillshare. I'm not like purposefully trying to be. I didn't take like an affiliate marketing course and try and figure that out from that angle. But it is kind of a role that I play accidentally, I guess, if that makes sense. There isn't really a program that I recommend. I can tell you about if you want to do research on affiliate marketing, then you can go to YouTube and search for ClickBank. So I guess I can give you, yeah, okay. I should tell you guys what ClickBank is. Okay, so we're going to go to this website called ClickBank. If you've heard about affiliate marketing, which is when you advertise other people's products and you get a cut of when they sell. So like say something sells for $100, that means that you get like 10, 15 bucks. Something like that, okay? So affiliate marketing is something that a lot of people want to get into, right? And it's a bit tricky because like really if you do it wrong, you can become an affiliate marketer with like no integrity. I don't know. There's like that strong sales vibe. And so one of the reasons like I can earn money is because I'm so out there and I make myself very vulnerable and obvious. So people are they're more likely to trust me. Whereas if you are just being an affiliate marketer and you're making it really obvious you're an affiliate marketer and that's what you do, people don't trust you as much. A lot of affiliate marketing is about how to get yourself into a situation where people actually like trust what you're saying and they think that if you're recommending something, you really believe in it, right? So sometimes trying to become an affiliate marketer just for the sake of affiliate marketing can be tricky because inherently you don't necessarily believe in the products you're selling. You're just selling them. You're just trying to get sales, right? You don't really care. And unfortunately, that's one of the reasons like I don't focus on affiliate marketing. I do affiliate marketing when I get the opportunity and when I like a product, but I don't like the concept of just selling stuff for other people for the sake of selling it, right? But I've droned on a little bit there. I went on a tangent. I need to talk to you guys about ClickBank. Yeah, I understand, Zachariah, that you can't use ClickBank in Morocco, and so I'll try and find an alternative in a minute. But right now, just for the people who are watching this who aren't in Morocco or they've heard about ClickBank, I want to quickly explain what ClickBank is. So ClickBank is a database, basically, of products that you can sell through affiliation, right? So we could find, like, say that we click on this. This place has it's a website that provides a service of explaining, your numerology, giving you readings, looking at your astrology charts, that kind of things. So what you would do is you would be like, okay, this is this product, so I'm going to now sell this product to other people. So essentially, you have your product, you identify your product of a specific niche, right? So this is about, let's say, what would one word that explains this be? Astrology. There we go. This would probably be part of the astrology niche. So say that I had this product. What I would want to do is I would want to identify a forum. So I would look for an astrology forum. And I would go to one of these forums. And I would ideally spend some time trying to identify a really active forum where people are posting regularly. And so then what I would do is I would start looking for questions, right? So here's a question. What should I be looking for in a potential life partner? Essentially, depending on the forum, sometimes you're not allowed to directly post an affiliate link to something, whereas in some cases you are. So you would often create your own website that has information about the product, and then the affiliate link is actually on the website. I think this is called a squeeze page. So you would create your website or your squeeze page, and then you would go on forums and answer questions, trying to be very, how do I put it? You have to be very informative or controversial or memorable. So you really want to make sure that when you are posting in response to these, you're not just like, oh, hey, check out my link. Oh, hey, check out my link, because nobody cares about that. You have to provide some kind of value that then inspires people to go to your website and then to interact with the product that is relevant to the niche of the forum, right? And this is just super, super quick example, because like I just Googled this product. I don't even really know what this is, but this is the basics of affiliate marketing. You identify a product of a specific niche. Next, you identify an area where there are people of that niche, typically some kind of forum. You create a website with your affiliate link and information about that niche. Remember, trying to be as useful and informative as possible. Then you respond to people's comments in these forums in useful ways, controversial ways, etc., etc., etc. Try and give people help, answer questions, be useful. And then you have your squeeze page or your link in the description of your video. Or sorry, in your responses or in your signature, something like that, right? So then when people like your responses, those are basically ads for your website, and that's how you generate traffic. So that's a really basic example of how to use affiliate marketing with ClickBank. So let's talk about some alternatives to ClickBank. I think I can just go to Google and go ClickBank alternatives. Here we go. Here's 10 different websites. I don't know, Zach, which ones work in Morocco. So I'm just going to share all of these names, and hopefully this leads you to somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to share this link. 1 second. Boop-a-doo. Sweet. Now let's scroll down and see. Okay, we have Rakuten, we have CJ Affiliate, we have Share a Sale, Market Health, Neverblue, Affiliate.com, JV Zoo, Peerfly, Amazon Associates, and the eBay Partner Network. Woo! I forgot that you can do affiliate stuff for eBay. Huh, that's cool. All right, cool. So we talked a little bit about affiliate marketing. We've talked a bit about Skillshare. And no one's on the call at the moment, so we gotta find some other stuff. What do you guys want to learn about? I'm going to, oh no, I have water right here. I was gonna give you guys a minute to figure something out, but I guess now I don't have to go get water. What else can we talk about? CPA grip. No, unfortunately, Zach, I haven't. Like I said, I don't really. I do Skillshare stuff, so I do affiliate through Skillshare, but I don't. I haven't put much time, or want to put much time into like affiliate marketing from the ground up, using different services like that. Because in my position, it makes sense for me to just keep pursuing Skillshare and keep making YouTube videos, and these are the things that work well for me that I enjoy. So I don't have much experience with affiliate marketing, unfortunately. CPA grip. No, I don't recognize CPA grip. Let's see. CPAgrip.com. Put your website to work. Fist bump! I just fist bumped the screen and it clicked on it. That's pretty funny. Interessante. I recently saw. Oh no, that was a cooking video. That's not very relevant to you guys. What else can I talk to you guys about? YouTube stuff. I talked about Skillshare. I gave you that update. We've talked about affiliate marketing. Ah, yeah, there's a useful dropshipping website. What's it called? Dropship. Not Dropship Titans. Trying to remember the name of this website. History website. That I'm making a video about because it is an interesting. It's like a place that you can go that has. Ah, I remember. It's DS Comparison. DSComparison.com. Yeah. So if you guys want to check this website out, I'm making a video about it that's specific. I know this is just part of a like generic live stream, but it's basically a database of dropshipping tools. So you can see, like, you can learn a lot of stuff. It's got information about, like, they run a blog, they have courses that you can take, and it's just links to courses, right? So they don't actually have their own courses. But I like this website because it has a pretty definitive list of all the different dropshipping tools. And I think there was only, like, one that I saw on here. It was still, yeah. One, I think there's only like one that's missing, but it looks like it was added. There's a lot of information here. So if you ever like want to identify the tools or learn more about different tools that are available, you can go to this website. It's dscomparison.com. And they have a whole bunch of different tools. And then they also have a lot of information in their blog section. So if you go to the blog, and then I really liked this article here about flagging. Here we go. It's a really, really, really informative article explaining like a lot of information about flagging. So feel free to check that out. Again, you can go to dscomparison.com. I'm going to make a video separately on my YouTube channel about it, but for now, that's what it is. All right. Zach says, when I joined the live, I heard you saying something about your Skillshare courses and cooking. Did you make a cooking course? No, I actually haven't yet. I do want to make cooking content because I love cooking. Like, I cook two or 3 days a week for like the whole community of people I live with. Usually. Not always that much. It depends. I go through phases where I cook like 5 days and then I don't cook for a week. But I really love cooking a lot. So I'm definitely going to make content about it. And it's actually, so what you heard me talking about was the Skillshare stuff that I'm doing right now. I take one course every day so that I can expose myself. Whoa. Did this get taken down? What? That's so weird. Did the course I took yesterday get deleted? Holy crap! I think it did. Oh, wait. No, Skillshare has just crashed right now. Oh, okay. On, off. The heck? What does that mean? Oh, you can turn the little circle off. Okay, well, let's see if I can fix this. I'm going to show you guys how to reset cookies. Yay! Okay, so in Google Chrome, you go to the top right. There's 3 dots. Click on settings. And then you search for content settings. And you scroll down. Click on content settings. Click on cookies. And then click see all cookies and site data. We're going to search for Skillshare. We're going to remove all shown cookies. And now we're going to try to go to Skillshare again. We're going to determine if Skillshare itself is just down right now. Yeah, it looks like Skillshare itself is just down at the moment. Whoa! That's the first time that's happened. To me, at least. Let's see. Skillshare.com. Huh. Weird. For some reason, it's not working for me in Chrome right now. Aha! Alright. Here we go. We're in now. Just sign in real quick. Hooray! Is this right? Is this the right account? Yeah, sweet. Okay. So, what I was trying to show you is this course. Haha, alright, there we go. So, yesterday, as part of yesterday, as part of the studying I'm doing, right? I took a Skillshare course that was about cooking, and then a YouTube course that it was about cooking. They were both about sauces. It was super interesting because the Skillshare course was super amateur, whereas the YouTube video was super professional. I don't know if you guys have ever know anything about Basics with Babish, but like, okay, 4 million subscribers, like big channel, right? Super professional. Anyway, I got distracted there. I do want to do some stuff about cooking. At the moment, I don't have any cooking courses or anything like that, but I am very much interested in making videos about cooking. Just not sure when, time-wise, that's going to happen. Zach says, I'm interested in your MMORPG game. Could you explain basically what that new system you thought of is? Oh, yeah. So I can talk about this. 1 second, let me change. I should probably show my face. So, my, like, long-term goal in life is to create video games. And back when I was younger, I was more interested in doing that right now. Like, I thought that I could start by making video games, but I eventually kind of stopped pursuing video game development now because I realized that, like, in this world, if you want to create amazing things, like truly next level amazing stuff, then you have to really understand an industry. And in the game development industry, a lot of games are rushed, and most games that come out would have benefited from more work being put into them before they're released. It's really common for game development studios to publish a product before it's ready, or to publish something knowing we just got to make a new one next year. We just got to make a new one. We just got to make a new one. We got to get something out. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, what I believe is that in order to really thrive in an industry, you have to be able to have some kind of competitive advantage over everybody else in the industry. For example, if you are a YouTuber, for example, and you can create video super fast, like super, super quickly. You can create a video in like 20 minutes, just like that. You have an edge. You have a competitive advantage versus somebody who's trying to be a YouTuber but takes hours to make video. Okay, that's just one example. Another example would be like, say that you're an athlete and you are just taller and stronger because of your genetics than average people. You have a competitive advantage because of this, right? Or say that you are an athlete and your parents raised you to be super diligent and to run every single day. And so you've been doing that for 20 years. You have a competitive advantage over other people, okay? If you really want to thrive in something, the easiest way to do this is to identify the competitive advantages necessary to thrive in that industry. So when it comes to developing a video game, I believe that I need to obtain 2 or 3 major competitive advantages. 1 being abundance of free time, 2 being abundance of money, and 3 being having a team of developers in a third world country. Okay? So these are the 3 things I'm trying to accomplish before I get really into video game development. Because essentially anything I try and do directly about video game development now, I'm going to learn a little bit, but there's a lot going against me. Well, I mean, now I have all the free time and I have a decent amount of money. So, like, I couldn't pay a studio to develop something, but I could develop something independently if I really wanted to, right? However, I believe that really the best is having a team of people, right? So again, that's one of the reasons that I am in Nicaragua. Okay, first, let me explain something. The term third world country, Nicaragua isn't actually a third world country. Third world means not affected by the Cold War between Russia or the United States. So there's actually very few third world countries. A lot of people hear third world country and they think it means undeveloped country, which isn't technically true. Like, Nicaragua is an underdeveloped country. However, it isn't a third world country because it was affected by the Cold War. Third world is a very specific term that is almost always misused. And I just misused it by calling Nicaragua a third world country when it's technically not. It is a first world country because it was involved with the politics between Russia and the United States in the Cold War. But anyway, that is a sidetrack. What I was saying here is that before I can really make great video games, I want to make sure that I have all my finances covered so that I don't need to publish the game to pay my team of developers. 2, I want to make sure that I have abundant free time so that I can focus on whatever I want. I can be at my best for this team of developers. 3, I want to establish the team in a country like Nicaragua. Just because, like, okay, you can pay somebody here $5 an hour for 40 hours a week. That's a really, really good job opportunity here. Like, really good. If you're paying somebody $10 an hour, oh, Jesus, that is like you could find a programmer here, pay them $10 an hour, and they'd be like motivated to work hard and like they feel like that's a good opportunity. In the US, a programmer, $10 an hour? No way. Absolutely no way. Essentially, in countries like Nicaragua, you can find a whole team of people. We're talking about like 4 or 5 individuals. Pay them the same amount of money you would pay one US employee. and have them be very motivated because the cost of living here is so low. So those are the circumstances that I'm trying to make happen before I really get into video game development. And I don't think that it's going to be anytime soon. I think that it's going to take a while for me to really find that team of people in this area that I want to work with. And it's also possible I don't start out that way. Maybe I start out just doing indie stuff. I don't know. I do know that the theme of my life now is focusing on digital products that can replicate endlessly every time they sell. And right now I'm doing courses. But really, a video game isn't that much different. You identify demand for something, you create the product, and then it either sells or it doesn't. The difference with a video game, though, is that the amount of work that goes into creating it is ludicrous. Like, so much time, effort, and attention goes into creating video games. So it's not really a good thing to be like, oh, I'm just going to create a video game as my product, and it's going to do great. That tends to not be how things play out. That makes sense. Bum, bum, bum. The in-game system you thought of. Let's see. So, Zach, what did I explain in the past? Because now I just explained a lot about the situation of making video games. But I didn't really articulate exactly the kind of video games that I make. So I guess I can explain that real quick. There is one game in particular that's like my dream game, that if I can create it before I die, then like, whew, I'm solid. Like, I feel like that's my life purpose, right? And essentially, there are billions of people on this planet. Billions of people, right? No matter who you are, you know other people. You are surrounded by other people. Yet, millions of us struggle with being lonely. We do not feel like we have people in our lives that we really connect with, that we really respect, that we love, that we want to be like, that we feel inspired by. And this is super ironic because there are loads of people, tons of people on our planet. We're not alone, absolutely not alone. Yet, a lot of us feel incredibly lonely. And myself, I struggled with this in the past. And I was always so confused. How is it that we can be surrounded by people, yet simultaneously feel alone, right? And it's also like something to point out with romantic relationships. Most people want to be with somebody, but they don't want to hurt another person, and they don't want to get hurt themselves. That's how most people feel about romance. Like, they would like it, but they're scared of whatever, okay? Yet there's so many people here who struggle with this. And there's a lot about humans that we have everything we need, but for some reason, we don't connect with it. We don't have enough. I don't know how to explain it. Like, everything we need is there. It's right there, but we're not very good at actually bridging that gap, right? And so what I want to do is make an MMO designed to get people to interact and form communities of like-minded individuals without them necessarily even realizing that they are doing this, right? So essentially the MMO is designed to identify people who are lacking a community or lacking a family and go online to try and find it. And then there would be mechanisms in the game to increase the chance that the people they're playing with are actually really close to them. Like, say that you live in one city, you're playing online with people who you think are from all over the world, but they're actually in the same city that you're in. And then one of the things that I think would be important for this MMO is to be able to pay certain players to play the game. So essentially, everybody's playing, right? And you have to pay some kind of fee. But if you perform well, or the game detects that you're highly interactive with other people, meaning that you're causing fun, circumstantial, interesting events to happen with other people, then you can be motivated by being paid to play the game, right? So I want to figure out a way where I can keep track of the way that players in the game are engaging with other players and identify players who are playing the game in a way that makes the game more interesting or immersive for other players, identify these immersive play styles, and then kind of hire the person to play the game for a period of time. And I think the only way that would work is if you have like revolving gigs. So you don't actually hire them as an employee. You just hire them for like 2 months or something. And they essentially get paid to play the game for that 2-month period. And then it ends and somebody else gets that paid slot. Because then this makes it more like, it's really easy to struggle in your personal life. Like really struggle. Play a video game and you can do well in the video game, but that doesn't affect your personal life, right? So I really want to figure out how can we create video games that as you improve in the video game, somehow your life itself also improves. How do we make it so that getting better in the video game also better connects you in the real world or gets you some money to get things that you want in the real world? How do we make it so that putting time into this video game improves your actual personal life? That's the core of the MMO. And the reason that I know that it has to be a massively multiplayer online game is because of the time that people put into MMOs. If you look at the amount of time a video game player spends playing video games, if we're talking about like an Xbox game or a PC game that's not MMO, you can expect between like 20 and 200 hours per game per person, okay? Whereas if you're talking about an MMO, a person could put thousands of hours into an MMO. When I played World of Warcraft, my /played time was 3 months, right? So that means that I played World of Warcraft for 3 months of my life. That doesn't mean I played the game for 3 months, like January, February, March. That means that if you logged in as much as I had logged in, your account would be logged in for 3 months straight, right? So 30 times 3, 90 days times 24 hours in each day. That means that I spent 2,160 hours of my life playing World of Warcraft. That means that World of Warcraft had 2,000 hours to influence me in the way that I think. So from my perspective, if I really want to create games that affect people and create a better a world where like a place where you can play this video game, get better at it, and getting better at that video game makes your life better, that is going to be way more achievable with an MMO because of the amount of time that people put into MMOs. If I have 1,000 hours to influence a person, I'm way more likely to be able to be successful in influencing them in the way that I want versus if I only have 20 hours, right? So that's why because of what I'm trying to accomplish with this game, it pretty much has to be an MMO. And that is super complicated and is another reason that the game development stuff is going to be far in the future, because an MMO is the most complicated kind of game that you can make. There is so much that can go wrong with them. They're much more expensive to develop. You have to deal with the fact that thousands of people can be logged in from any country, and you have to communicate the state of the game and its world to every single one of these people. That's way more complicated than just having a single player game that runs on your computer that nobody else can connect to. Like, that's completely feasible to do alone. Whereas an MMO, like, you really got to have a team of developers and, like, yeah, future stuff. Anyway, what's up, Hamza? So I ranted up a lot about, here we go. Okay, Zach's got another question. Desktop versus laptop. Or do you need to have both? I personally swear by laptops. If you're like an avid gamer, then having a desktop is great. And I liked having a desktop. It definitely was cool. But now that I have a really nice laptop, hands down, absolutely laptop person. So let me show, I can talk about the laptops that I purchased. So in general, I usually try and spend about $1,000 on a new laptop. So in the past, I purchased a, what was it called? An HP XPS 15. No, not XPX, SPS. I think, oh no, it's Dell, that's right. Dell XPS 15. Here we go, yeah. This is the laptop that I purchased before. So it was about $1,000. I think this is the exact one I had. And to be honest, I didn't like it. It's not that I disliked it. Like, it worked. And it ended up failing on me. But I found that the laptop I use now, which is a ThinkPad Lenovo X1 Yoga. This is the laptop I use now. And I am super, 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 super happy with it. For a whole bunch of reasons. One second. Let me exit out of this real quick. Okay. So, when I got the XPS, this laptop, the main reason that I got this was because it had a good graphics card. And I thought that that was important because I make videos. And I do a lot of graphical editing. Like, I use this program to record things. And I also use Wondershare Filmora. I do video editing and that kind of thing. But it turns out that all of that stuff is actually CPU intensive, not GPU intensive. So me having a graphics card didn't really matter. And the main reason I didn't get the ThinkPad is because it has integrated graphics. So it doesn't have a really good graphics card. And I thought that would be a problem. But after actually using the ThinkPad, because I don't play modern video games on my computer, like I just don't. I play RuneScape. Like, that's the only game I play at the moment. And I play games like Diablo. Like, these are old school games, right? My experience with the ThinkPad has been awesome. Like, ThinkPads, one of the reasons that I got the ThinkPad is because I knew that I was going to be in Nicaragua. It's really hot. I move around a lot. I travel. So it's going to be really important to have a durable computer, especially because it is what I work off of, right? So ThinkPads are some of the most durable computers. Like, the military uses ThinkPads. Astronauts use ThinkPads. They are designed to be very durable and to last. So that's something that's really important to me. Whereas this laptop was more designed to be kind of like more delicate, fancy kind of computer. Like, I thought that the bevel was really important. I wanted a laptop that had a really little bevel on the side, but after getting used to it and using it, it doesn't matter. That's just some superficial thing that really doesn't matter. What matters is how you are going to use the laptop and if the laptop will last while you're using it, because you don't want it to fail on you, right? So Zachariah says, Jack, you know what's the hidden main drawback of a laptop no one ever mentions in pros and cons list? A laptop can get stolen more easily than a desktop. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely. That's true. Yeah, a desktop pretty much won't get stolen. Like, if you really have... if you have a desktop get stolen, that means someone who broke into your house and robbed you. Which, I mean, like, they could have taken anything heavy at that point. Whereas a laptop, like, yeah, because you travel with it, somebody could steal your backpack and they have your computer, right? That is completely possible. But at the same time, I wouldn't say that that's really a con, because, like, if you want a laptop, it probably is because of the portability. But it's not just being portable outside of the house. Like for me, for example, I need to change my location. Um, Sometimes I get tired of just working in this room on the computer, and I want to be around people. So I'll go into the room where my roommates are hanging out, and I'll work in there with them and hang out with them while I'm working on something or while I'm playing a game. Like, you can't do that with a desktop. You can only do that with a laptop. And I really love that flexibility. I love being able to like go move to my bed and play RuneScape because I'm tired of sitting at my desk. Like I can't do that with a desktop. I can't move this laptop. I can take it to the kitchen and watch a cooking video while I'm cooking or listen to music or something. Like I can't do that with a desktop. There's a lot that I do with my laptop because of its flexibility, because of being able to move it around. Like if I'm in the middle of something, like a video I'm really into or something I'm listening to, I can go to the bathroom and pee while listening to the laptop without it being interrupted, right? So for me, like I don't really leave the house with my laptop. I don't really take it other places, but I do move it around in the house all the time, super regularly. So for me, like I don't want to have a desktop because I don't like it just being there. I can't just take it to the other room to hang out with people and get some social activity. I can't just take it to the bathroom when I'm peeing. I can't watch it when I'm cooking. And also like I have this laptop and it has you can use a stylus to draw things on it. And that has been surprisingly useful. I work with one of my friends to do digital art, and I just give him the laptop and he draws on it and everything. Like we couldn't do any of this stuff with a desktop. So for me, like I always get laptops, and I've had both. Desktops are cheaper for better specs, but I think laptops are just way more usable and realistic in that sense. And okay. Zachariah says, my laptop was 17 inches. Do you have a preference between 17-inch and 15-inch? Yeah, I do. I used to think bigger was better. I wanted a bigger screen, but I actually, when I got this laptop right now, the Lenovo, I decided to get a smaller one because it's more compact, and so it's lighter, easier to move around, more portable, and I've now forgotten what the big screen looks like. Like, I spend most of my time, like, I do this a lot. And I used to think that having a big screen was necessary to have two windows open like this, but it's not. You just run it at a higher resolution. Right now, I'm actually running my desktop at 720p, I think, because I've been playing RuneScape, and RuneScape performs better that way. So I'm actually downgrading my desktop at the moment, which also means that this video is at 720p instead of 1080. But, you know, it is what it is. Luxury card store. 1 second. Let me show you. I'm using a Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Yoga. I'm using the 2nd generation version. I absolutely love it. Like, really, really love it. It's my favorite computer laptop I've ever had. It's been really, really reliable. I haven't had any problems with it, really. I was able to purchase one used that was still within warranty. So if anything happens with it before 2020, then I can go to the US and get it fixed for free. So that's really appealing. I wasn't expecting to actually use the drawing on the screen, but it's been super useful. So Luxury Card Store also said, "Hey Jack, I joined Source Mogul through your mom's affiliate link. Do you think it can be used to find items to dropship onto Amazon?" Yeah, definitely. So Source Mogul is used to identify FBA opportunities, but it's just a product research tool. So you could absolutely use it to identify opportunities to sell on Amazon or hot selling items on Amazon that you could then try and sell on eBay. Sometimes you can identify something that's performing well on one marketplace and put it in another marketplace, even if the research tool isn't about eBay. That's possible. And that's one of the reasons I did that video with my mom showing you guys, is because I realized that the meeting ended because nobody joined it. That's freaking funny. Oh, man. I didn't know that was even possible. That's hilarious. Anyway, yeah, so you could absolutely do product research with Source Mogul. So Zachariah Chana says one thing before he goes. Share tips on hair care. Yeah, I can absolutely. So as a guy with long hair, you have an unfair advantage, especially if you have friends who are girls, because girls take a lot of care of their hair and a lot of attention. Whereas guys are so used to not doing that much that you can do very little as a guy, and girls would be like, "Oh, your hair's so cool, it looks so pretty, yada yada," which is really funny because the bar is really low. I'm just telling you, if you have long hair as a guy and you brush it, good job. Essentially, what I do is there's these brushes called boar bristle brushes. I don't know if you can see, but a regular brush just has these parts right here, just the plastic parts. And I know that there's hair all over this brush. It's pretty nasty. What you want is you want a brush that has these bristles in it. There's oil in your hair called sebum, and it makes your hair like shiny and straighter. But all of the oil is in your scalp. So by brushing your hair, what you're doing is you're spreading that oil onto the hair. So essentially, all you have to do if you have long hair is get one of these brushes and brush it. Like, honestly, if you brush it twice a day for 5 or 10 minutes each time, it's going to look it's going to look good. It's going to look like well kept and organized. Whereas if you don't brush it, then it's going to be more frizzy. And when it comes to hair care, a lot of the products and the shampoos and conditioners, it's all just a big, almost fraudulent industry. The reality is most of the shit that you buy just goes straight down the drain. It doesn't really affect your hair that much. You don't need to wash and condition your hair every day. If you do that, you are wasting money unnecessarily. All that you really need to do is brush your hair. You do need to brush your hair every day. So if you wash your hair once or twice a week and brush your hair every day, it's going to look good most of the time. Whereas if you wash your hair every day and you don't brush it, it's going to be really dry and more frizzy. Like right now, my hair's not very frizzy. But if I were to not brush it or to wash it too much, then it would get more frizzy. And frizzy is like, okay, these parts are like wispy. Frizzy is when it's like, I don't know how to say it. Like the edges are all like all over the place. There's like a blurry outline like that. That's frizzy. So yeah. Long story short, just get a boar bristle brush. It doesn't really matter what kind of conditioner you are using or what kind of shampoo. You want to avoid using too many products because it's expensive and it really isn't necessary. Brushing your hair is going to have more of an effect than using some kind of fancy product on your hair. They're really not necessary. Just the act of brushing your hair 2 or 3 times a day, especially if you have a boar bristle brush, because again, it's all about the oil. You want the oil on your scalp to be spread throughout your hair. This is going to make it shiny and hold... Yeah, exactly. Washing your hair every day gets rid of all these oils, and that's not what you want. You want a balance of the oils. You don't want too much oil, but you don't want to get rid of the oil. It's not bad to have oil in your hair. It's what keeps your hair looking like shiny and healthy. You need to have that oil. So you do have to be careful about washing it out. And that's kind of a big drawback of the Western mentality. There's a recurring theme in Western perception and in industrialization of cosmetics and a whole bunch of other things. And essentially what Western mentality does is it wipes the slate clean and then reconstitutes it. So a Western mentality is to completely clean your hair, get rid of all the oil, and then to add oil back because you got rid of everything. Whereas really you could just only clean it a little bit so that you don't get rid of all the oil, so that you don't need to add it, right? Same thing with diet and eating. Western mentality, strip everything from our carbohydrates, our grains, so that we only have pure carbohydrate, and then enrich it, add folic acid, other vitamins back into it, right? So it's enriched, when really all that stuff was there, we just took it away. So it's really dumb. There's a lot of stupid contradictions in Western culture. Anyway, yeah, it's true, Zach. If you're washing just with water, that's completely different. You don't need to, like, if you're washing just with water every day, that's different. We're talking about, like, washing every day with, like, soaps and chemicals. Because if you do this, it's not a good habit. Whereas if you're just using water and running it through your hair, like, you could do that, like, 3 or 4 times a day. You'd be fine. Okay, so did that. Abdo says, can you tell us about digital products on eBay? Yeah, I can tell you a little bit about it. I don't really know that much about digital products, unfortunately. So you can sell some kinds of digital products on eBay. For example, we can find that UPC codes are for sale on eBay. This, as far as I'm concerned, is a digital product. Someone pays 99 cents and they get 500 UPC codes emailed to them. These are digital products. eBay has a digital product policy, though. I'm looking at the comments about poop. Funny. So let's look at eBay's digital goods policy. That would be good to read. Okay, so on eBay, digitally delivered goods, products or content that can be downloaded from a website or sent via email are restricted. So you're allowed to sell digital items, but there's some limitations. Oh, here we go. You can sell tickets, domain names, trading cards, software product keys, online gaming items. Wait, you can sell these? You could sell, like, characters or in-game stuff? What? That's insane. I didn't know that. I always thought I guess that's normally against the game's policy. Like on RuneScape, you can't sell gold. But I guess there's no reason you can't sell gold in eBay. It's hilarious. Yeah, you can sell your own homemade movies. As long as it's not porn. I think they said no porn up here somewhere. Yeah. Your items can't have sexually oriented content. That's funny. But there are a lot of situations that you can't sell. For example, you can't sell, it doesn't say gift cards here, but you can't sell gift cards on eBay unless you're actually physically shipping the gift card. Ebooks you don't own, stuff you don't own. Yeah, so basically it says you're not allowed to sell stuff you don't own. Oh, interesting. An ebook that you created and own the rights to sell, as long as you follow the requirements and these restrictions. You need to send the book by postal mail and include the following text in your listing. I will send this ebook by postal mail. Sending it by email or by any other digital delivery method is not allowed. That's pretty funny. You know, I expected more not allowed stuff here. Supposedly, you can sell recipes and photos. Wow. You know what that means, guys? That means that you could go to designbundles.net. You could go to this website. This is a website where you can buy designs and you get the commercial license for them. So let's say we wanted to sell this. This is a bunch of design art, right? Like, we get all of this stuff, all these different vector images, super high quality, pretty, right? And then look right here. Premium license included with commercial use allowed. So that means that you have the right, once you purchase this, you have the right to sell it. So technically you could sell it on eBay because you own the rights to it. Huh. That's super interesting. And it's only available in the information products category using the classified ad format. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so you can't actually sell the digital stuff on eBay. It's just classified ads. So eBay's classified ads is basically Craigslist. It means that you post something, and then somebody communicates with you outside of eBay. So you don't actually do the transaction through eBay. So that is super important because I didn't notice that in the beginning. Oh, look, and they even have the gift card policy. Yeah, you must have the card physically available. And you can't sell gift cards with more than 500 bucks. Can't sell electronically delivered gift cards. Interessante. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I was just about to say that Etsy is a better place to sell online. There's a business model I came across recently where the guys just purchase stuff from this website and then they sell it on Etsy. It's pretty cool. All right, guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna head out now. Thanks for participating. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.